Hey everyone, what's up? Red Ruka here. I make Game of Legends Rise of Champions content, so if you want more, you can subscribe to my channel. As soon as you get into the game, what you're going to want to do is go to the Altars of Wonder. There's one in each region of the game. There's 6 regions in the game, so there's 6 Altars of Wonder. And for each Altar of Wonder, you need to complete 6 challenges. You'll go to the Altar of Wonder, tap one of the artifacts, tap Go. It'll take you to a quest giver NPC. You'll go to him with your exploration team, accept his challenge. A quest will pop up in your quest log on the left hand side right over here. It'll be a very brief, easy quest. You'll just go do it, complete it. You'll get 10 artifact shards for that artifact. And you'll complete the first part of the Altar of Wonder. You'll go back to the Altar of Wonder, tap on the next artifact, and do that until you complete all of the artifacts for that Altar of Wonder. And once you do that, you'll uncover all of the mist in that region. You'll go on to the next region, do it again until you complete all of the regions, and so then you'll have all of the mist uncovered throughout the entire map. Once you're at that point, you'll now have access to all of the lost treasures. So there will be 2 lost treasure quests in your quest log right over here, so make sure you're going to the one that takes you to treasure chests, not the one that takes you to the excavation sites. They'll look like this. They'll look like a set of ruins, but I already collected this one, so the chest isn't there, but usually there's a chest there. So you'll do that up until you get to 600 lost treasures, and then the quest will end. But there's actually more than 600 lost treasures, so just zoom out until you're this far right here. And then if there was a chest right there, there would be a little chest icon that would be gold. So you would be able to easily see that there's a chest right there. So you'll just have to manually scroll across the map once you're past 600 lost treasures, and you'll have to find the rest manually. But it's well worth it because the lost treasures give you a ton of advanced runestones, which you use to summon heroes, so you'll be able to level up a bunch of legendary heroes. You'll find all or most of the legendary heroes. You'll get all of your epic heroes start up pretty far, as you can see. You'll probably get your Gnar start up pretty decently because he's the easiest hero to star up. And so doing those lost treasures is very, very important. It'll give you a huge spike in your hero power, which accounts for a large portion of your overall power, so you definitely have to do those. And so while you're doing all of that, you always want to make sure, of course, that you're constantly leveling up your buildings, upgrading your research, sending out gatherers, and training troops. So first let's talk about training troops. You always want to train the highest tier of troop that you can, of course, but if you have plenty of lower tier troops and you have higher tier of troops unlocked, then you can take your lower tier troops and upgrade them to higher tiers. I would recommend that you do that first before you actually start training higher tier troops directly. Always level up your troop training buildings to be able to unlock the next highest tier of troop that you can have access to depending on the level of your stronghold. Always save your speed ups to speed up your troop training buildings and your research building so that you don't lose time on research and troop training. Always make sure before you use your speed ups you get the maximum amount of alliance helps that you possibly can. Of course, that's going to be kind of difficult in the beta right now because activity is kind of low because people already know that all of the progress is going to be wiped, so people don't have a lot of motivation to really continue playing in the beta right now. But once the game fully launches, I'm sure that will change and people will be more active and it should be more easy for you to max out your alliance helps, especially if you're in a good alliance. So always try to be in the best alliance that you can possibly be in. Don't waste your time in one of those little alliances. You always want to be upgrading your buildings, so priority buildings that you always want to make sure you have upgraded as far as you can. Of course, your stronghold is going to be the most important. It'll always have different prerequisite buildings that you have to level up before you can level up your stronghold to the next level. So you're just going to have to see what those prerequisite buildings are once you level up your stronghold, so then you can level up those buildings. But other priority buildings that you're going to want to have leveled up include your warfield. It gives you a massive troop capacity bonus that you're really, really going to want. It's a huge bonus. You're not going to be able to go on without that. It's very important. Your tower is a prerequisite for your warfield, so you're going to have to level that. You're going to have to level one of each of your resource production buildings because they're prerequisites for other buildings that are important, like your Alliance Help building. For orcs, it's called the Talk Tent. That's your Alliance Help building. I don't even know what to call this building. Your Summoning building. For orcs, it's called the Boss House. Boss House. Your Summoning building is going to be a prerequisite for your door, which is a prerequisite for your stronghold, so you're going to have to always keep those leveled up, of course. Leveling up one of your hospitals to max will be important because at some points that'll be a prerequisite for your stronghold. Level up your Hall of War to a decent level. That's what dictates your rally size. So you don't need to level that up to max or not even really near max most of the time. You won't really need to have such a large rally capacity, but it does help. So you'll want to have that leveled up, depending on, when you do Dark Tide Lord rallies, depending on how many people tend to join your rallies, let that dictate how high you level up your Hall of War. Oh, research? What exactly should you be researching? I have a video about research on my channel, so just go to my channel and check out my research guide for that. And for your gems, I also have a gem spending guide, so you can go to my channel to check that out as well. Okay, resources. You're always going to want to be gathering with the proper heroes, of course. This isn't difficult to figure out. I'm sure you guys already know that your gathering commanders are Dumb and Dumber, Zraygrim, Murbit, Zealous. But one thing that you should know, that you may not know, maybe, is that Rosa is also a gathering hero, but I recommend you don't use her for gathering because she's the best exploration team hero, and you're always going to want to be out there with your exploration team, hunting camps and stuff. So you won't actually want to use her for gathering, so just use Dumb and Dumber, Zraygrim, Murbit, Zealous for your 4 gathering marches, and then eventually when you unlock your 5th gathering march, you can throw Dagro in there. The lowest level that you can level your gathering heroes up to while still having them be at max efficiency is 21. So if you have a level 21 gathering command hero, by the time they're 6-star, they'll still have 60 talents that you can max out the gathering tree with. Level 21 for gathering heroes is the lowest acceptable one. Of course, if you want them to be more effective in the very early game, you can level them up to 33, but I would recommend you keep them at 21. That's what I'm going to do at launch. As for your other heroes, you want to have 3 leveled up to a good level so that you can have a good exploration team. One of those heroes needs to be Rosa. That's extremely important for your exploration team. Other good heroes to include in your exploration team are Durs and Gnar. Gnar is the easiest legendary hero to level up, so he's a good addition. But before Gnar gets to a good point, you can use Rinna. Rinna is very good. Your exploration team could start out with Rinna, Durs, Rosa, and then you could swap out Rinna for Gnar later on. You don't want to disperse your hero experience between a lot of different heroes. You want to level up only really 3 strong heroes in the beginning, and then of course, the farther you go on, the more heroes you can level up over time. Okay, so exploration camps. You'll zoom out. You'll go over here and find crossed sword icons like these ones right here. These are exploration camps. These are going to be where you're going to want to spend all your time with your exploration team. Of course, you can do other things like forage and fish with your team, but I think the best use of your exploration team is to send them out to these camps and kill the highest level mobs at these camps that you possibly can, because this is going to be your best source of hero experience in the game. It's also going to be a very good source of reputation items and the best source of gold, and you're going to need a lot of gold in order to go into the reputation shop and purchase all of the things that you need to buy in here weekly. Your reputation shop resets weekly. You'll want to get as many reputations as you possibly can up to worshipped so that you can go in here and purchase. For each reputation that you have up to worshipped, you can buy 5 legendary hero shards per week. I have 3 of these reputations up to worshipped, so I can buy 15 legendary hero shards per week for 1,000 gems each, for a total of 15,000 gems per week. There's also other very important things that you need to be buying every single week in here. And the more reputations that you have up to revered, worshipped, the more stuff that you can buy, like the speedups right here. You can buy these speedups come in stacks of 100. So there's 100 1-hour building speedups that I can buy each week. in this one reputation shop. 100 1-hour training speed ups, 100 1-hour healing speed ups. There's a ton of speed ups. There's tomes of knowledge, which are super important to buy. There's hero shards for epic heroes. You want to always make sure that you have one advanced army expansion on you at a time. These things are expensive. This costs 1,500 gems and it's 70% off. So these things are really expensive. You want to make sure you only have one of these on you at a time. That's all you really need. If a war breaks out and you really need more troop capacity, this 50% bonus is huge, and it's going to make a huge difference in war. So always have one of these on you at a time. You could even have one of these. These are a lot cheaper and a lot less effective, but these are good too. There's artifact shards you can buy in here. There's shields you can buy in here. So you're definitely going to want to make sure that you always are working on your reputation shops and getting up all of your reputation so that you can keep buying a ton of cool stuff from the reputation shops. And the way that you do that is go out here with your exploration team to these camps and kill the highest level mobs that you can. So that's a very important thing to do. So spend all of your AP here in these exploration camps hunting exploration camp mobs. If you have a ton of extra AP pots, you can spend AP on hunting Darktide Swarms and Darktide Lords. Those are the best ways to get resources in the game. You would always benefit from returning your gathering heroes in order to send out Darktide Lord rallies or hunt Darktide Swarms, because using marches on Darktide is much more effective at getting resources. Of course, that's going to cost AP though, and you probably want to save your AP for events, because I'm sure there will be plenty of events at launch that require AP. So keep that in mind, that you'll want to save your AP for those events. Although if you have tons of AP pots, spend some AP on hunting Darktide, sure. That's a good use of your AP. With that being said, there's just one more thing to talk about, which is the dailies, but you all know that doing your dailies is just a given thing that, we all know we need to do our dailies. So always do these because they give you legendary hero chests, artifacts, resources. It doesn't even really need to be said. You guys already know this. So if you do all of these different things that I just described, then you'll be powering up the fastest way that you possibly can in Game of Legends Rise of Champions. If you guys want more content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys again real soon for the next one. Peace.